With Sunday closing in Kyiv and in Moscow, here are the key developments of the day. Russia steps up its deadly assaults in western Ukraine. A Russian attack on a Ukrainian military site located some 15 miles from the Polish border brought the war dangerously close to NATO territory, a day after Moscow warned that Western military shipments to Ukraine were legitimate targets. The attack left at least 35 people dead and wounded more than. The civilian death toll is rising in Ukraine. Close to 600 people have died since Russia invaded Ukraine nearly 3 weeks ago, according to the United Nations' latest count, with more than 1,000 injured. The actual number of casualties is likely far higher. The Pope pleaded for an end to the invasion, calling it a massacre. In a somber Vatican City address, Pope Francis urged people to take in refugees from Ukraine. More than 2.5 million people have already fled the country since the invasion, according to the UN. Photos show the arduous efforts of people in Poland to rebuild an abandoned rail line to help refugees safely escape. An American video journalist was killed amid fighting in a Kyiv suburb. Volunteers in Poland have put together a makeshift system to provide refugees from Ukraine with basic needs. Russia's cultural connections to the rest of the world are wearing thin. Ukraine had its best ever showing at a Winter Paralympic Games, despite fears about the crisis back home. Planes owned by Western companies may be stuck in Russia indefinitely. You can read more news from Sunday here, as well as more in-depth reporting and daily recaps here. Also, listen and subscribe to NPR's State of Ukraine podcast for updates throughout the day.